There we go. How's it going, friends? Let me see if everything's okay. Everything seems okay. All right, so yeah, I'm going to continue working on the errors playground. If you don't remember what that is, it's like a website that documents all the errors, right? So in the last stream, we started defining the layout. We spent some time designing everything in Figma. We even started implementing it, but we didn't finish. So we're going to finish the layout today and maybe start, documenting some React errors. Why the hell not? All right, let's jump in. Let me know if everything's okay, because I'm streaming in like 1440p. So yeah, I'm not sure if the internet is gonna. I can't see any dropped frames, but do let me know. All right, there we go. So here's the design. We're missing this part right here, and also we need to figure out, not figure out, but we need to basically develop this layout. Right now we only have one huge block of an error cards basically, and this screen seems a bit empty, so I would just add this title here, because I think it's gonna be good. Explore errors for no. We're gonna say uh just React errors, right? So these are going to be the platform name basically. Okay, so we have 24, 42. We just flip those 24 by 24. Okay, I'm gonna spin up the project, and I think I already have. Yep. And let's check it out. See, here's the block that we have, and here's this list. So we need to add a title and also the zoom in. So yeah, we need to add the title. And yeah, let's start working on this screen. So I'm thinking we get this, change the layout, the grid. I think the internet is failing today. Okay, that was a hiccup. I think we're back live now. Okay, weird. So yeah, I'm thinking about finishing this screen, so we're done with it, and this as well for today, and then we can see if we're going to be implementing anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna go to pages, and this is the index page, right? So the main layout, I think it only defined, here's the SEO, yeah, navigation, here's the slot and the footer. Cool. And we have the errors playground title. So we need to develop it in this. Let me check the sizes. 96, 96. Cool. So main layout, we're gonna drop a div inside. This is gonna be a flex. Initially we want this to be maximum of like 50%. So let's see, max width. And we don't want the screen to be, actually hold on, this is 640. And there's the max width of 2XL, which is 672. You know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. So let's set this to a max width of 672. So it's flex. The flex direction is set to column. There's a 24 pixels between each of the items. So that would be row gap of just gap. Yeah. Gap of 6, I think. Damn it. Yeah. A gap of 6, and now inside we'll have these three things. So H1, actually I'm gonna move this H1 inside. Then we're gonna have a paragraph. I'm gonna just get this text, and then we'll figure it out. And then we also need a link. Contribute to GitHub on GitHub. Okay. Did we have something like a constants? No, we haven't. Okay. github.com/get_sentry/ why is this? get_sentry/errors playground. Cool. We wanna define a relationship. So that would be no follow. No, what was the rel was no follow. No index? No opener. Wait, I did have the link, right? No, we didn't have the link. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, no follow, no opener. I think we're missing something here, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Man, my internet is messed up today. Is everything okay? Let me know, okay? Okay, contribute on GitHub. So now we're gonna style. We're gonna style this button. 10. I don't agree with that, so let's keep this with 12 and this with 8. Okay. So we'll do padding horizontal. That was 12, so that would be 3, and then py was 8, so that would be 2. Correct. So we have 6 pixels of radius, so rounded small, medium, there we go. And then we have our color here. Did we? No, we didn't. So here's the colors. Let's define the colors. Okay. So this is probably the violet one, 774. Yep. This is the violet one. Let's check it out. I'm just gonna paste it here. Yeah. Just keep it simple. Under engineering. So violet is defined. It's gonna be BG violet and also text white. Let's check it out. Okay, but we don't want it to span all across, right? We want to keep it fit. So I think that was a width. So if we say sorry, maybe it's a flex thing. Flex grow, if we set it to 0, no. Was it flex? Or wait a minute. It's actually this thing. So if we do align items, if this is a call, it's actually the, not the baseline, but like flex start, right? Okay, we're missing that on the parent. Let's bring it back. There's the parent. Align start. No, items. Items start. Cool, there we go. So do we want to do anything on hover? I think we can go to define the light color. Let me just find out the hex code. There we go. And on where classes, we can say on hover, the background is violet light. Okay. Decent. Can we define like a transition? Transition colors. Yeah. That looks good. Cool. Let's define the text style for the title now. And that is like 32 pixels of font size, semi-bold, Rubik. Okay, was it text? Yeah, I think it was text. Yeah, that would be, I don't know, LG, no, XL. Between 3 and 4. Let's go with 3 and see how it looks like. Okay. Yeah. This looks okay. Errors playground. The Wikipedia for errors. This has like a 75% of opacity. So I'm just going to fix. Yeah, it's the same color, but with 75% opacity. So this was the rich background, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So let's define it now. That's the light background. Now let's define the rich background. It's not supposed to. Nah. I'm not gonna do this. I'm actually going to do. I'm gonna do a rich black. I think it was called rich black. I'm gonna check later in Notion, but I think it was defined as rich black. Okay, let's go back and add the class. So that would be texts, rich black, and also opacity 75. Right? Exactly right. Okay, let's see the font size. Maybe that's wrong. 16. That should be okay. 16 by default. Okay, this is done, right? All we need to do is define the spacing. So this thing's 96, top and bottom. except, wait a minute, except for this. So let's fix that. 96, there we go. And this is 40. Cool. So I'm going to go back into in here and do my 96. I have no idea what is the, there we go. So it's 24. Yeah. Okay, 96. This should be 96 technically. '96 and 96. Cool, but what happens at the top there? Oh, the main one has a PY of 14. How did we end up with that? Yeah, I'm going to remove that because that's not consistent rule. So I'm going to keep it at 0. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to keep it at 0. So now we have 96. And it touches, yeah. Touches the navbar at the top. Cool. Okay, now it's fixed. So we have these parts. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. So we have this part. We need to take care of this part. So at the center, we want to add a title, something like this. And then we need to fix the grid. So it displays the platforms like this. At the beginning, we'll have only one. But like as we go, the platforms or the frameworks are just gonna, start appearing here. Okay, so let's see. This and this are pretty much the same. Have the same properties. So guess what? I'm just gonna reuse it, right? So I'm gonna open up a new div here, wrap our lists. I'll see about the class. It's definitely gonna be a flex call. It's definitely going to have a gap of check 40. That was, I think, 10. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And inside we have, that's the hex code. We have the errors playground H1. It's not going to be H1 now because it's not of the same level. But the text was explore errors 4. And then we have the grid, right? So let me just push this div in and we're good. Okay. Align. We need to align this at the center now. Item center, and actually there we go. We actually fixed the grid as well. So what if I were to copy paste the platforms? Let me just check what the platform was. React, Vue, Svelte, Next, or Nuxt. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna, fake it. So React, I don't know, Nuxt, Next. What else was there? Okay, as you can see, we have an issue now. next.js, next.js, Svelte, and Vue. Next.js. I don't think I have the icons. Svelte and Vue. Okay. Yeah, we need to fix the icons. There's the icons map. There's React. Yeah, let's go with Vue. There's Vue as well. Okay, so that works. We're not gonna spend more time on this. Let's figure out, yeah, this is this is an unordered list. So we need to fix this. We need to turn this into an actual grid. As you can see, we have a class of platforms grid, and that was when we actually started, when we actually started implementing this. But now we switch to Tailwind, so we'll just implement this as a grid. And how do we define the grid? Or instead of a grid, let's define it as a flex with a wrap. The items are going to be at the center. And there should be a gap of 16. So gap 4. Let's see this now. Yeah, there we go. And if we were to add more items. Okay, so let me just copy. Okay, so they're not centered. So we need to center them. They're aligned at the center, but we need to justify to the center. And now there we go. Now we have the wrapping property. So it goes on the second row. But also, yeah. Okay, let's see that. So item center and justify center as well. So there's going to be a case where we have uneven number of platforms. The gaps are not going to align, but who cares? Cool. So we have I think we have this whole page done, right? Yeah, it doesn't look anything like special, but it's gonna do the trick. Cool. So I'm just going to get this out and I'll wait for the platforms. Now we have only one. So when we click here, we need to turn this into a title, 24 pixels of padding, margin vertically, and also the missing key prop. This is actually a link, but we need to turn this into an actual clicking cart. Okay, so let's go out and go to the platform index. This is that page. Here's the platform errors. And that was React errors. So we just want to do platform errors and colon. But before I go any further, I'm going to wrap everything in a div. Have this a flex call. Have this justify center. Have this gap of 6. I think it was gap of 6, and also pt or empty of 6. 24. Okay. Let's push this whole block in and out. Cool. Okay, let's go back and steal the h1. So these classes, I want to steal these classes and move them over here. React errors, and also we want to capitalize. There we go. Okay, justify center didn't actually. We need to align. So items. There we go. There we go. And now we need to render, instead of just a list item with a link inside, we need a platform row, but I'm not going to create a component out of it. I'm just going to do it in line, you know, because this is the only place where we actually use it. So let me do this. And we can actually reuse the A. We're not going to create like a component, as I mentioned. Class. Let me create a class. The title is okay. And let's see. So 16 padding. It has a max, I think it has a max width of 602. We'll see if that converts into an actual number. If not, we can just like hard code it. And then the text inside is just a regular body text of 16 pixels. Cool. Let's go ahead and do P4 background. We'll set it to white. Around that, we'll set it to medium because I think there's like 6 pixels. Yeah, 6 pixels. And I guess that's it. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. What is going on? Oh, wait. Yeah, we need another. There we go. So let's define the, I'm going to define the max width on the list. So max width, that was around 600s. 576 or 768. But that's 3XL, so maybe 2XL. 672. What about just XL? 576. I feel like 576 is closer. And we'll say that width is full. And the max width is... Okay, there we go. And now these items... Yeah, I guess we can just say width is full on them. Yeah. Actually, no. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Instead of width full, over here, let's add flex and flex call over here. So it should technically force... No, it's not gonna force. It's not gonna force anything. Damn it. What if I do flex 1? Not flex 1, but... Okay, that's weird. So I guess I need a class of width full so that this width full can work. I don't like this. And now we can do, you know, just remove the flex definition. And again, we're still not max width 36. Width is... How is this not... Oh, it's the display inline. There we go. Just needed to add display block. Well, if it's a block, then we actually don't need the width full. Damn it. We actually don't need the width full. And this list item is gonna be... There we go. Okay. Hover. I actually like this effect. So I'm gonna reuse it. We have that defined somewhere. Probably not in the tokens. Let's check out the index page and we have the platform card. There's a style. Okay, so So maybe I should move this style, you know, out. So when we add this class, it's going to, but it's going to align the items to the center, which is not what we want. In our case, if we want to reuse this. So let's do this. Marco, I don't know how you planned out the colors of the hovers, but I think it would be a cool idea to hover colors were based on the framework's colors. Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. I wanted to do this, by the way. Yo, Gordon, how's it going? I wanted to do this. Right, so like we use this at one of Sentry's websites. It's like a hover animation with like these two colors. I think it's really cool, and we already have it, so I was just gonna reuse it. But that's pretty cool actually with the, yeah. I don't know. I don't think this is like a mission critical thing, so maybe we should just reuse this, but I need a different styles. So let's create, you know what? I'm going to create a new directory, styles. I'm going to move the tokens.css into styles and then tokens. And then we're going to search for tokens.css to see, there we go. So outside of this, styles/tokens, there we go. Now, I'm going to create a new file name, and this is going to be platformcards.css, right? So I'm going to go back to the components, platform card, and actually grab this whole block. Styles, platform cards, and then pastes. I can also go to components and now remove this whole, style block, because we don't need it. We'll just import the CSS that we created. Oh, there's content. Okay, let's create one more alias. So that will be styles, source styles. Wait a minute. Did we actually have styles? Cool. Let's go and components, platform cards, import styles, and then platform cards. It should have been platform card, not cards. No one answered my question in your Discord. Oh man, what question? I'll try to answer it later. Okay, this works. So we didn't break the style. Cool. So when we click on React, let's also apply that platform card, the platform card style here. We go pages, platform, index. So I'm just going to delete all of these classes and do platform cards, but also import it. So import styles, platform cards. All right, you see that? Beautiful. Beautiful. But we actually want to push the text on the left side. But just in this case, because it's easier to read. I don't think like this is easier to read. So let's try to overwrite the justify. Wait, not justify. This is not a, I don't think this is a, wait, this was a flex. Yeah, it was a flex. So justify starts, of course, this exact class name. What if did the order matter? Of course it doesn't matter. So the platform card class is on top of is on top of the class that we have defined. Sorry, the tailwind class. So we need to find a way. Flex direction, center, justify. So yeah, if I just do alignment, align items. Actually, it's the alignment. But even if I added items starts, it's not gonna work. Yeah. It is very similar, yeah. I just want the text to be on the left side. So what if we remove the align items rule? Put it to start maybe, you know? That way, this doesn't break that much. I can only see a pixel of difference here, but it's gonna work really good for that. So let's go to platform cards and remove the alignment, or actually put it to center, to start, to not center. There we go. So this looks good. If you go back, yeah, there's like 1 pixel here on the right side. Yeah. For example, if we say it's not even 1, so like I'm not sure you can notice this, but the width of the text is 64 and the width of 64.57 and the width of the image is 64. So yeah, the text is actually what pulls the, you know, half a pixel, but we're not gonna bother with that. The problem is I'm gonna add align self-center to the image to fix that. But what if we have a longer name? What would be a longer name? Some framework, right? I don't know, Django. Now you see the difference here. So there's our platform card, but we have the image, the icon, right? And I can do align self center. And get this back to Django. And it works. Cool. Okay, we solved the problem. We have this screen already done, and this screen already done. This is gonna take us on GitHub, and it does. Beautiful. Here's the explore errors for. Here's the whole list. And let's also fix this. So I want to leave 24 at the top. We're not gonna go dark mode just yet. Okay, so I just wanted to, you know, define the layout, and then maybe if we have time we can do the dark mode as well. But this is good. We also need to somehow change this. Missing key prop, yeah. This was weird, and I don't think we need. I'm not sure what we were thinking when we designed this, but yeah, it's just a way of showing that we are in the React docs, but we can just define, you know, we can just define a simple breadcrumbs, and that would totally be okay. So let's go to the actual error page. So this is the error page. We have a prose, and that prose is the tailwind prose, but then I also add the code block theming on top of it. Okay. And I remember we also did dark mode, so let's see. Yeah, on dark mode only the code block, you know, respects dark mode. That is not cool, but it's not destructive either, so maybe we're not gonna care about that. So in here we have an article with the class of prose, and on large we have the prose XL, which means as we go. See that? The title gets smaller automatically. What I also want to do is add like a 16 pixels of padding on the side. And I only want it on the side, so px. And then I want to do margin y. Yeah, this is the playground where we define errors. Simple. Yeah. The Wikipedia of errors, the Errorpedia. This was 24, so I would say 6. I think. And y is 24. Yeah. We don't have a design for that. We only have a design for these two screens. But if you know, like, if this was 24, then we just keep it 24. Cool. And I also want to center it. All right, so here's the article, and we're not gonna actually, let me see if the article, here's the article. Okay. Max width. Cool. So what I can do is set margin left auto, margin right auto, and we are centered. So that would be, let's go back to pros. That would be mx auto, and there we go. Okay, so I think we have the layout, right? So I'm going to, yeah, this is Tailwind. So I'm going to push everything that we have here. Defining new layout. Okay. Now we can push. There we go. We have the layouts. Now, I think we should start, defining the errors. And also creating, we should create a new package within the monorepo that's going to export, it's going to export the, the missing key prop error, basically. So we can embed it here and, reproduce it, basically. Can you customize Tailwind? Yeah. There's like a configuration file and you can just add a bunch of, overrides to it. All right, we have this, right? So let's go to content, errors, react, missing key prop. So this is how we define the documentation, just pure markdown, right? That is the, yeah, that's what we want. There's a description, and I don't think we actually need a description, right? Or maybe it was for SEO. I don't remember why we added the description, because we can easily, we can see that we don't use it anywhere. Oh wait, you know what? Let's fix the breadcrumb first. Okay, because I feel like if we don't fix it now, we'll just forget about it. Components, nav. There's this select, and I remember we pulled this from I'm gonna delete this from shadcn's UI library, but no, we're not gonna be using a select here. Okay, let's see. We have, of course you can import it. Okay, let me fix that. Delete this and delete this. See that here? Yeah, we have the Earth Playground, and then we have also React. Hey man, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I can just do slash and we should be good, right? But now with the platform, so I want to figure out, let's see. I want to figure out where I am in, like, what platform I am. Astro URL. Yeah, you see that? That's what we're going to use. The astro.url to figure out the, the path name. We can just grab the first one because that would be the platform. So current platform will be equals to path name. There we go. Split it on the slash and just give me the first, not the second. And instead of going through these platforms, I'm just going to add another link. It's going to have a slash. And it's going to have the current platform inside. Let's see if this is right. It is not right. Damn it. We don't need the platforms now. Okay. Astro URL path name splits. What if we just do astro.url.path name react missing key prop? So if, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I understand now. I understand why this was 1, because the first element will be like an empty string. There we go. Now we can see it. So let's style it a bit. Of course, the href would be slash current platform. So we can click on it and go back to the React errors. If we are in view, there's going to be slash view. When we click on it, we'll be back into the view errors, right? Very nice. Okay, so text is for Excel. What if I do text for Excel as well? Maybe that's too much, but maybe 2 Excel would make sense. I would just add a margin top of 2. Maybe 2 is too much, so we'll do 1. There we go. Okay. And I don't like the color. I want to add an opacity of 75. And I can do text reach black. So clicking on the errors playground will take us to the back to the home page. Clicking on the React will take us to this page, the React errors. And there we go. So we are in slash React. If we want to go back, we should click on the actual index. So index slash React. And now we have the missing key prop, but we're not going to be, adding that into the URL. So we'll just keep it like this. And there we go. We actually fixed it. So I turned off Figma, but yeah, I'm going to fix that, in Figma later. Okay. Let's push this so we don't forget it later. Track both of these. Replaced. Switch with a link, right? We added a link. No one's gonna know what switch we're talking about. So that's not a good message, but yeah. Okay, missing key prop error. Happens when we try to render a list without providing the key prop to the repeating children, right? Let's go to the content, errors, React. I only added, actually, yeah, this will throw the missing key prop because there is no key, right? In order to fix it, we need to provide the key prop that would be unique for every child's, for every repeating child, right? Here we go. We had to find a new code block. I'm actually going to just yank this part and then we'll add Then we'll add the key prop. So that would be key, I don't know, post.id. Let's say that, you know, the post has an ID. So I can do this. The key prop is unique for all posts in these lists. Yeah. Cool. And let's also now is the time when we actually, you know, try to reproduce, and I can say, you know, we can say something like, here's the, you know, like, here's the error, and if you like, if you want to check out the actual log, open inspect element to see, you know, to see how it looks like. Okay, we need to say, you know, define why, but I'm gonna do that later. I want to create a new package now for React, and I guess that would be just a Vite React project, because we are going to export the components. We're not gonna be hosting, you know, any pages, so that's why Vite React would make sense. Nope, this is exactly not what I wanted. PMPM create Vite, beautiful. So I'll stop this for a second. Let's go to packages and do PMPM create Vite, Vite with an E. Cool. So we're only gonna call this React. There's React. Want a TypeScript? Let's also do TypeScript. Why not? So cd React PMPM install to set it up. And in the meantime, there we go. You see all of this? We have an index. We're not going to be, you know, needing this basically. So I'm just gonna remove it. tsconfig vite git ignore. I'm not sure what. Let's keep it just in case. Definitely, we don't want the public. And then inside of the source, we're only going to have an index. So I'm gonna delete main. I'm gonna delete the index. I'm gonna delete the app and also the app CSS. I'm gonna enter assets, delete this thing, and then delete the assets folder. We can keep this. It's good for TypeScript. But what we want to do now is, I don't know, probably create. Let's go into the package JSON. This is how we build it. So tsc and vite builds. Lint and preview. We're not going to be doing any previews. Yeah. The idea is that we want to define this as like a library, you know? Here's Playground React. This is not going to be a private one. Let's just keep it at 001. Type module. And then we also need to define, let me see, turbo repo. We need to define examples, the path of, there's Vite, packages, UI. So components, counter, and header. This package, let me zoom in. This package exposes these two, right? So we have the main and we have types. Yeah, that's what I was. thinking about. So main is going to be the source index.ts, and also types, not DTS, but just TS, because we're talking about TypeScript. And this probably is a barrel file. Yeah, it just exports everything. Let's actually get it out of the source. Yeah, so we can just keep it here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So in here, index.ts, you know, exports all of the React components right here. And we have a source. You know what? I'm just going to delete the source directory as well. It can't delete it. Let's go to the source. Oh, yeah, the v. Okay, in that case, I'm going to create a new, not a file, but I'm going to create a new directory, and we'll call this components. And now inside, I can create missing key prop.tsx, right? Missing key prop. Actually, not a default. So let's just do export const missing key prop. Here's the function. And let's say, yeah, items. Return, give me a list, map out all the lists, and magically forget to include the key prop here. And of course, close the, okay, React. There we go. So we have missing key prop.tsx, right? Let's go to the barrel file and do export something from components, not hello world, but missing key prop. We should get the autocomplete here. No, we didn't get the autocomplete. Source components. There we go. Missing key prop. Okay, so missing key prop. This package is @errors/playground-react, which means, what am I doing? Which means I can go back to the doc site, right? And I can add that as a dependency to my project. So that would be, I guess, here. Add it as a star and do errors playground/react. Let me just check the dependencies here. Apps. Let's go, I don't know, let's go to the web and check out workspace, colon, and then a star. So not directly a star. So workspace, colon, and then a star. So this means, you know, dip into the workspace that we have here in the monorepo, find the React, and, you know, just add it as dependency. We're going to use React here. Then we need to check the React, the Astro config, and make sure that we have a React integration, and we do. So we don't need to care about that. Cool. Wait. What is that? And now what we should do is go to content, mdx, and actually try to import it here. Let's see. Missing key prop from @errors playground/react, right? And what if we just do, I don't know, reproduction, the example above will, right? The example above will reproduce this error. Open your console to see the output. And then we can do missing key prop. And if we go back, oh man, is this gonna work? Okay, I need to pm run it. So let's go back, pm dev. Okay, cannot find module. Because I didn't do pm install, of course. There we go. How about now? Should be fine now, and you're fine now. And there we go. We can also see the actual example. So I want to wrap this into some sort of you know, like a container. So we know that, you know, this is like an example. It's like, it's sandbox, but it's not really sandbox. It's, you know, getting, you know, it gets executed right here in our page. So if we go inspect elements, we should see, do we, oh, wait a minute. No, there we go. So on client, was it like that? On clients? Astro actually compiles this. That's why we don't see any JavaScript. And that's the component islands. Client loads, not on client. Okay, I need to client load. Okay. I really hope we can use oh, there we go. Yo, there we go. You see that? Each child in a list should have a unique key prop. Yeah, just open the console and you will see this error right here. This is what I'm talking about, right? We are reproducing the actual error right on the page. That's what's up. That's our mission right here. Cool. So we have the documentation. We also have the actual error, and we can also play with it, you know. We can check it out. Okay, so one thing, when we actually you know, deploy this, and we can deploy it in the meantime. Oh, so packages React, this is all good, this is all good. Commit adding first React example. Push, there we go. So when we actually deploy this, I'm afraid that, you know, this error is going to be minified. So we need to find a way to not minify it, right? We need this, or maybe like provide the two of the errors, or like the two of the logs, because you'll see errors playground century def. Let's see. Here's the actual output, right? Here's the actual website that we just did. Or not, it's still being loaded. So we're gonna wait for a minute for it to show, you know, the rest of the content here. So that means that it's deployed. But yeah, let's see how it looks like in production, because I want the actual error to, you know, not the minified error log, but the actual error log. And I think it's gonna be the minified one. Oh man, come on. We probably have... Yeah. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me open Vercel. And I have to do this because it's not on my account. Let me open Vercel to see. Oh, no way. Okay. I'm gonna lose audio for a second. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Alright, so yeah. I had to just enter my YubiKey. And I don't have any more ports, so... Okay, error playground. Let me see if there are any errors. Yes, there are errors. Could not resolve entry module index.html. Okay, you see that? Let's see. And that's because we had the index.html file. Let's see, React. Where is the index.html? Rollup error. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's in the vid config. Or maybe vid react. We need vid so it can handle, you know, the React dependencies, but we had an index HTML right here. Well, I don't know. Index.html. I just created, you know. Not wait, what do we no. Save it, go back, add it, commit it, adding back index HTML in React package. And now we wait again. Okay. Now it says there is no main.tsx. Okay. Fixing main tsx error in React package. I don't care about these things because we'll never open, you know, this package as like a website. Okay, it's starting to it's actually building and deploying. I'm gonna bring it back right now. Just wanted to finish building. Okay, but check this out. There's no error. And this is the production one. So Astro is still not giving us the error. It does give us on the, you know, development. Let's see. There's React. There's the index as well. Client. So we can see that we're loading JavaScript. Right? But where, and here's React as well. Actually, here's our component. Yeah, here's the children. We're mapping them, but we don't provide the prop, but it's not breaking. This is totally exactly not what it should happen. Maybe Astro is holding back any logs. I don't know. Debugging with console log. Okay. Framework components. Okay, we can see that we're looping. No, see that we're looping through the actual. Oh, come on. The actual list. And we can see that we're adding JavaScript as well. But why is the error not happening? You know? Astro Island, there we go. There's our Astro Islands. Component export, missing key prop. Client. And it successfully renders this. Client is set to load, which means that the JavaScript should happen here. Let me try something. Let me go here and do, you know, like a console.log. Missing key prop example. Right? So if I go here, we can see the log. But I'm going to push this. Console log to React example. I'm going to push this to see if the console log, you know, gets executed into the production branch, the actual deployment. Because if it does, in that case, I have no idea. And it does actually. We can see missing key prop example, and we are, yeah, we are on the production branch. So we have the console log, but we don't have the console error. How is that possible? So now I added a console error, so we can see something red here. And if we see that, then it's gonna be really weird. Yeah, you see that? Maybe, what if let me think about this. Yeah, maybe I need to define an error boundary. No, because we have React running, we have JavaScript. We can see that it gets executed. We have the error in dev mode. We can't see anything in production. No error logs in production. Let's do Vite. Maybe it's... That is not true. Not in our case. Okay, this is weird. Hmm. We can't see anything, any console errors in production, but we can see them here in development. Okay, I have no idea why that happens. But we're not gonna be, spending time figuring that out now. I guess I'll just figure it out later. But man, I think we're at time. Uh, I think we actually achieved what we wanted to achieve for today, right? We managed to we managed to finish the layout. We managed to, you know, we didn't. I won't say that we explained the missing key prop. We don't explain why it happens, and that's like a key. But yeah, I feel like we need to just crunch these out, maybe off camera, explaining the errors. But we got this right. Right, this is the reproduction. You know what? Let's spend a few more minutes. So I'm gonna remove these. I'm gonna go back to the doc sites. And you know what? Let's create a component for that. So we're gonna create a component for like the reproduction example, and then we'll place the reproduction inside. Okay. I'm gonna call this it should be something more generic, because we have this, we have the code blocks, and I wanted to be something similar to the code blocks, right? Yeah, panel dot astro. Right, let's stick with the panel. So we are going to render a div. Inside, we're gonna render a slot, and that div is gonna have a class. So let's see, padding, rounded corner, all these things. There's a border, border. Because now we're in Tailwind land, and in Tailwind land we don't have the border color. So let's go and define that. Okay. Components panel. That would border now, right? Yeah, border. It's 6 pixels, so rounded medium. It's gonna have a background, a white background, and let's check out the padding. The padding is 16, so P4. There's our panel. So when we go back into the content, aside from importing the missing key prop, we also should import panel from components panel dot astro and wrap the missing key prop with that panel. Okay, let's see. There we go. But the border didn't work. So what's missing is, let's see. Border opacity, border color, border radius, but there's like no border width. Maybe that's it. Components, panel. These are only colors. Hmm. Border 1, probably. Border 1, border. Oh, come on now. Border 1. How is this not working? How am I supposed to add a border? Just a border, not a border 1. Damn it. Okay. Now we're okay. Cool. So there's our reproduction. Should we like dash it, you know? Border dash, so it's like so it's like different. Border 2, border dashed, maybe 4. Yeah. What do you think? Like having a dashed back, dashed border on the like sandboxed example, but it'll indicate that this example actually, that it's live, right? That it's actually doing things. Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so I feel like this is I feel like this is good. So this has the functionality to scale now, right? We can jump in and we can start, just adding components. Right, adding documentation, export from the React package. If we do the view one, all we need to do, let's see, if someone wants to jump in a view project, we actually should go to astroconfig, and just like we have React over here, we're going to add Vite over here. Vite, what am I talking about? View. And solid and anything that we want to cover. If we want to cover, for example, next.js. Now, in that case, we don't have anything. We don't have the mechanism implemented because in next.js situation, we want to, instead of doing this, our reproduction, instead of adding this little panel right here, I think we need to render this or like add a link, and that'll take the user to a full page. So, because what if we want to, what if we want to showcase an SSR error? Then we can't really, put that in a panel. We need like the full requests and the actual Next.js server in order to reproduce the Next.js SSR error. So instead of a sandbox, we'll just add a link to it, right? That's going to be, for example, if this is the errors playground, we're going to do next.js dot errors playground dot sentry.dev slash missing key prop. If missing key prop was like a full, or I don't know, some hydration issue, right? And we're going to add a link that'll take us to that page so we can open like inspect element and actually see the console of the, to see that console. Yeah. And I think that's about it. What else can we do? It could be a cool, like a good idea to also add Sentry and a Sentry link that, when we click it, it actually opens it opens the either a sandbox or some public account that would contain this. But I'll see if how feasible that is. I'll see how feasible that is. Okay, I think for now we're okay. Let me see if everything's pushed. Nope, we actually need to add the panel. These three things. Wrapping, reproduction, example in a panel. Cool. So we have this already working. I like it. I think it's, I think it's good. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the streaming for now because I have a bunch of meetings and stuff. But yeah, we achieved what we wanted to achieve, and that's good. So yeah, thanks everyone for jumping in, and yeah, I'm gonna see you next time. All right, take care. Bye bye.